This might pop off in tomorrow's newspaper. The Friday games. I'm going to cover off. Are you going to talk about the Thursday game stats?
Yeah.
How about you go first,
start? Yeah.
and then I'll do the Friday. This is
cool.
easy.
So the first game is New Zealand Breakers taking on the Brisbane Bullets. Both got off to winning starts in round one. The Breakers won over the Taipans, who were pretty strong last year, and the Bullets, everyone's going to beat the 36ers this year. So I'm not taking that win too seriously.
Rocco played his first NBL minutes, came on.
It was pretty cool,
a 7'3" Gumby, and then had the sickest putback done for his first NBL ever. Points you'll ever see. Yeah. It was absolutely gnarly.
Like I said in the season.
This guy's huge, terrifying, and he just the putback dunk, he got it 2 feet below the rim. Yeah. And just went.
He's already up there. If you're 7'3". It was pretty cool.
It's like watching one of those old medieval catapults, like a trebuchet, like those ones that you see them launching watermelons. So
just bang.
It's that was sick. Anyway, continue, please.
Like I said in the season preview, I think the Bullets will be really exciting to watch with the likes of Rocco. You got Big Banger Baines, but I don't think they're going to be winning too many games. So I really like the New Zealand Breakers here. The line's only 5.5. We mentioned some of these heavy favourites, the lines aren't too big. So you got Breakers $1.40, Bullets $3. That's pretty heavy favourite, and the line's only minus 5.5. They swept the series last year, so 3-0 against the Bullets last year. Peter Jackson Cartwright, who I loved in the NBL Blitz in the preseason.
Peter Jackson Cartwright.
He had 25 points, 8 assists, and 6 steals last game. So get him in your NBL Supercoach if you can. I'm not sure.
Steals are weighted as well.
Steals are worth a lot, so I might have to try and fit him in my team. But yeah, them at the minus 5.5. I think they're the clear
Especially
best.
at home, they're going to kill
Especially
them.
at home. They had the number 1 defense last year, so I'm going to take them minus 5.5 at $1.85. Then the other Thursday game is the Cairns Taipans taking on my Southeast Melbourne Phoenix.
It's a terrible name.
Too long of a name.
The Southeast Melbourne Magic Phoenix.
Yeah. It's
That's
making it
better.
even longer.
They rule.
The Magic Phoenix.
Yeah, but it's just whatever.
Yeah, it's
Just
not
call them
good.
the Phoenix.
Yeah. The Phoenix are favourites in this one, only just. The Taipans struggled against the Breakers in their week 1 loss. Phoenix had a double in week 1, went 1-1. They did beat the Wildcats, which I was really surprised about, but that was at home.
The Wildcats.
Who are we going to beat?
The Wildcats.
Yeah, nice. I didn't think about that one. But as Adam and a few of us in the office have mentioned, they just rely on Mitch Creek's offense too much, and especially at the clutch of games. Once Mitch Creek was really bad in their game 1, they only scored 67 points in total. So really go on the under for starters in this one, 179.5, $1.95 there. But then I'm also going to take Cairns plus 2.5. Phoenix really struggle on the road, lost 6 of their last 7. So on the road, so yeah, not trusting him at all. I'm going to go Cairns plus 2.5 just to be safe. I think it's going to be really close. I think even Cairns could win at $2.20-ish. So $1.87 for the plus 2.5.
I'm all about Cody Statman. So
yeah,
it's lovely player
he
I
hasn't
care
got any
about.
minutes yet, but we need to get that jersey.
Yeah, we do.
Righto. I've got the Friday games then, and we are talking Tassie Jack Jumpers versus the Sydney Kings. That's a 2022 grand final rematch.
This will be a good game, yeah.
Paying attention? How good was that one? 22 grand final.
How much do you care?
That 22 grand final was wicked fun, that series.
That was. I was going for
were gnarly. It's 3 games, and you're like, let's go. Thing is, Kings, big win in week 1 over Illawarra in the Freeway series.
Yeah, with the worst name ever.
Whereas Tassie went out west. Way out west, you lost to Perth. And 95-101. Weird one, because Sydney don't mind going to Tassie. They've won, I think, it's they've covered the line, I think, the last 3 times they've played in Hobart. So Sydney are like, yep, this is fine. They've won 6 the last 7, I think, between the two. So really? Sydney just nah, we're fine against Tassie. We've got too much scoring. They can't keep up. Obviously, you don't have Xavier Cooks or DJ, but they do have Jalen Adams. It's we lost our 2023 MVP.
Just get another one, yeah.
We'll get our 22 MVP back.
Yeah.
And it's just chaos. He was awesome week 1, 23-3. Kuat Noi had 23-4-4 as well. So I just don't see the Jack Jumpers, even at home, down there in Hobart, quite keeping up with the offense of the Kings.
Agreed.
The way they will is if just everybody's hitting threes, that's what Tassie do better than just about anybody, right? They sort of get on a bit of a roll, turns into an avalanche.
Few corner threes.
The points, the point of attack just sort of comes from everywhere, and you're like, oh man, a triple again. God damn it. But Sydney are just solid. Yeah, across the board. I think they win this one. I think we'll see the points go over, 175.5, but I think Sydney cover that line, -1.5. Then the second game, Perth, Adelaide. Stats guy talked about the woes of the Sixers. They stink.
They are.
They stink.
This line should be
CJ's just what am I doing? This is horrible. Flowers is bad.
New recruit, he's not ready yet.
It doesn't know how to use Mitch McCarron. It's just a bit of a mess. Perth are $1.17
That's pretty short.
It's pretty short, $5 for week 2.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, man. The thing is, I'm still going to go the under. Perth have gone over 18 of its last 21. But that's how inept Adelaide are at the moment. And Perth's defense hasn't been great, but I think this is the game where you go, we'll just give it a little bit of a clamp. Only 2 of the last 4 between these two has gone over this 181.5 mark. Let's go the under. And look, Perth, 10.5 point favourites. It's a big margin, but they did beat them back in January by 15. So I'm going to go the 10.5 for Perth. That's $1.95 actually as well, because I have seen that elsewhere for minus 9.5. I think with 365, it was minus 10.5. You actually get a little bit extra value on the end. I think they smashed them anyway. So
Nice.
There you go. A couple of big NBL games. That's 8 teams we've just talked about for 2 nights. It's pretty good. What about you there, Alex?
Yeah, having a look at the Champions League, you got a bunch of games tomorrow morning. So just start off with a couple of head-to-heads here. Barcelona to take care of Porto in their matchup. Barcelona have started off the season really well in La Liga.
That's a great food matchup as well.
Yeah.
Barcelona versus Porto.
Ooh.
Porto, they love their Portuguese tarts.
Yeah.
Yep.
They also do the frankensinhas, native to Porto, which is the world's greatest sandwich. Google,
You were talking about that
I
on
mean, I
our
like a
live stream,
sandwich.
actually.
Google the sandwich.
Yeah.
The frankensinha.
Yeah.
It
Is that on one of your lists?
Well, it's going to have to be now. I'm going to have to go to Porto. I already want to go to Lisbon. Now I'm
big
going to
food
Porto
lists.
as well.
But I mean, Barcelona
I was about to say my food list at the moment is like Bangkok, Phuket, Hoi An, and Ho Chi Minh. So I gotta wait till I get over to
banh mi's
Europe.
in there.
Yeah.
Nice one. But Barcelona as well, great food city. So
Yeah.
Anywho,
So there we go. So just by pure
this
virtue
is
of food.
Code Food Daily.
Honestly,
Alright.
we could have a food.
Tell you
food
what, I
podcast.
can talk about the sandwiches I've eaten recently. So Barcelona beat Porto anyway, and Atletico Madrid take on Feyenoord as well. We see that they're currently 4th in the Dutch league, and they've won 5 on the trot, and they've scored 26 goals and 6 conceded. But as we've seen, PSV, who are unbeaten in the same league, got smashed by Arsenal on the first day, and then they drew 2-2 this morning with Sevilla.
Interesting.
Yeah, not good enough. Atletico are going to absolutely smoke them. And then to finish off, Man City to beat RB Leipzig. If you want to throw these 3 together. Those 3 head-to-head, I'll dig in more about the stats of the Man City one in my best bet, but those 3 head-to-head, $5.34.
Ooh.
I thought it'd be way shorter.
Yeah.
That's actually not bad, right?
I'll give that a
Yeah.
9.
So that's head-to-head for Barcelona as well. Head-to-head, all head-to-head.
Yeah. Straight up winning the 90 minutes.
Feyenoord,
34.
they could be the sneaky one, but that league's nowhere near as good as the
Atletico,
Spanish league.
they're 4th at the moment. They've won 3 on the bounce coming into this.
All right, I'll
So,
take that.
yeah.
9.5.
I'll pay that. I'll give that an 8.5.
Nice.
I do slightly worry about the Barcelona-Porto one where Porto just pull out.
Porto
like a
are
random
randomly
draw.
good in the Champions. Or in the past they were.
Yeah,
not-
but it's just that, you
Much
know,
lower league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw that this morning with Arsenal getting rolled by Lens. So.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
And
We didn't talk about that,
Oh,
Galatasaray.
did Arsenal lose?
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, Arsenal lost.
And United
Who'd
lost.
they lose to?
Lens.
Lens. Lens. Who are Lens? Oh, are they a really bad team that Arsenal lost to?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's amazing. How did they? How did Arsenal lose? Please regale us with the story about how Arsenal lost to Lens.
2
choked.
worldy finishes rolled us.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Better news, Manchester United lost again at home.
I like Arsenalism more. Just
But
because
Arsenal
I'm sitting
lost,
next to
right?
you.
So, geez, you hate to see it.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.